Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Episode 10, and it's a Sorcery Saturday. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. I hope your weekend is going really well and that this adds a little something extra to it. Last episode was laser focused on Higuruma and Itadori's conversation and the fight surrounding it. It was awesome from a bunch of perspectives, not least of which was Nyan's pretty incredible cut there, and just the whole scene was really freaking cool. But I want to spend a moment to go over a comment from last episode that I think helped me very much understand better some pieces of the Higuruma and Yuji conversation, and I think is just the comment that I want to talk about last episode, and then we'll talk about what's coming next. So Oberon127 wrote, "We established the parallel between Higuruma and Itadori in the last episode, but in this episode, what really stands out to me is the way that Higuruma echoes Geto, an exceptional talent who drove themselves to uphold principles of protecting the weak, but despite his best intentions, finds himself continually confronted by the ugliness and weakness of those he's protecting and resenting them. A good person unable to stomach the curses of humanity." Already, immediately, that's a crystal clear interpretation, and I think that it draws a line that was there and anchoring Higuruma as a character that I wasn't consciously aware of, and it strikes me with the force of Eureka. That Higuruma has the chance to witness Itadori taking on guilt that should not belong to him, to see this person's weakness as a noble and sacred thing, and to be given a counterpoint to the bitterness that has consumed his perspective, a chance that Geto never got or didn't take, it does something for me. I'm not even sure exactly what. And to see Higuruma, by his own principles and his own fundamental empathy, confront and accept his own guilt, lay his hatred down, and quietly walk away. There is a kindness and a respect and a love to the way that we watch Higuruma. Maybe it's the music that almost feels like it extends backward toward Geto. That's really powerful, to me at least, especially as our ultimate villain, the root of all evil, is wearing Geto's skin. I think that is good stuff, and it takes Higuruma as a thematic character from interesting in his own right to having reflected like ripple effects on the way that we view lots of other characters in the show. So thank you very much, Oberon, for the comment. I think it's excellent, and I think it's the kind of analysis that I want to be doing and sometimes can't do. And it's one of the magical things about doing this as a community and watching these things through as a group, and with the knowledge that many of you have seen these episodes before and have gone and discussed them on forums and other places, you can bring those pieces of information and those insights in and add them to my own discussion and my own interpretation. So I love being able to reach back a week and grab those comments and include more voices into our discussion of these shows, because they impact us all, right? Like, we're all experiencing this thing, we're all observing it from our own individual perspectives, and I say sometimes, I guess fairly often, that we're each very limited in our perspectives. We all have our own histories and our own ways of seeing, and the ability to bridge that gap a little bit in the process of bridging the gap with this great piece of media and all the people who've worked on it and all the stories that have gone into it, but to bridge the gap between us, across audience members, across observers, and to discuss what the thing really is and what it means to us. I don't know, it does something for me, and I'm not exactly sure what, but it's a part of why I do this, and I really value it. So thank you for the great comment. And there are a bunch more on the episode. I just had to pick one, and that's the one that I wanted to pick, because I think it just nails down a core piece of the idea there that wasn't obvious or on the surface, but was resonating in the background and creating change in the tension of the story. So, with our little discussion of last episode complete, we turn our attention to a three-way battle that's shaping up between Register, Remy, not a name that seems to have any meaning, and Megumi. So this will be our first fight against an ancient sorcerer of ancientness, and he seems to be very scary. In just confidence, just not being afraid of Megumi, seeing the spirits come out as he brings out his Shikigami, and just be like, "Oh, that's super interesting. I want you to work for me." So there's something weird about this conversation battle situation. There's something that I don't understand yet, and it has to do with Reggie's like attitude and his goals and what he's doing. And I think it might be connected to the overarching plot that he sort of mentioned in passing, only the strong will survive, and then Geto will drop a bomb, or Kenny will drop a bomb. And there's been some discussion about whether that's literal or figurative, and I really don't know, and seems connected to the conversation he was having with those higher ups in a circle, which was apparently spoken in Chinese, which is very interesting, and still I don't really know what to think of it. But we got a weird, complicated fight. It looks like Reggie is planning to betray Remy in order to like get favor with Megumi. There's something chaotic and strange going on. So we're just going to have to turn our attention to it, watch it and see what happens. This is the flip side of our big question mark. We're going two different directions and we don't know where we're going to find what we're looking for. We know that Yuji has actually found something that he's looking for, somebody who's willing to give him the points, but what the hell is going to happen on this other side of things? And how's Megumi going to handle it? And then just have to mention, I've been saying over the entire season that I really want to see more genuine, serious Megumi fights, and this seems to be the primo time to do that, to really do that. So I really want them to fucking do that. And my biggest hope for the episode, besides like thematic stuff and answering questions and all those things, I just want to see Megumi do some cool ass leveled up shadow play. Yeah, just some cool leveled up shadow stuff, whatever that ends up looking like, whatever ends up being, whatever domain fuckery he ends up doing to toast Reggie. I don't really care. I just want Megumi to look really badass doing it. And that's my whole spiel here in the beginning. Let me grab a piece of paper and do a little sketch of some kind. It's a receipt roll. I really wonder how Reggie's I know we're just about to find out, but I really wonder how his ability works. Whether it's information based, like knowing certain things about people lets him like have the receipts on them and control them or something, or if it has something to do with value or I don't know, knowledge or information or a record of things that have happened. I don't know. I'm so curious to see what Gigi comes up with. Let's go ahead and watch episode 10 and find out the only way we have available to us, watching the darn thing and engaging in this fight with Megumi, Remy, and Reggie. I've got the episode up and ready to go. There will be two versions, picture in picture, in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, and a beep beep timer to count you down. Let's go. The other thing I was thinking about drawing today were some of like Megumi's symbols that he uses to summon different things. I'm gonna go up a few percent volume. I can always take it back down in post. Oh, that flash was of the dead judge, wasn't it? Huh. Still have not really met that guy. We met him in passing and he just hasn't shown up. And yet he shows up like all throughout this OP. That's what it whoa. Honto no keikaku. Okay, so maybe more emphasis on figurative. This little violin in the background. Tension, tension, tension. Shit. Team up with Remy. Oh. Oh. Oh? Wow, he believes. Yeah, it sounds like a no. What is that? Who are you? What the fuck just happened? Who are you? Doggy? Doggy! What just happened? Who was that other guy? And what is this? Not the promised bomb, right? What? Who the fuck are you? Oh my god. He just pulls pieces out of himself and they explode? Oh, that's her hair. Oh, it's like a scorpion stinger, isn't it? And he's still trying to argue with, okay, we've got what the fuck? Alcohol? Something that burns. Fuck. What are the receipts? The receipts turn into whatever was purchased? Huh. No. Maybe. And then we've got exploding parts guy. What the fuck? He regrew. Oh my god, there's a third one. And he protected her too. You're just expendable, dude. He's still just telling her to leave. She's gonna attack him. God fucking damn it. Are you for fucking real? You're pretty? Uh. Uh. Oh. Oh. Kuzuningen. Trash person. That's a different guy. Is he brothers with the... I think they were both Hari. Neanderthal. The rule's here. It's done. Okay, so he knows Yuji has succeeded. That's rotoed, right? This is completely unique and entirely different from all the other fights. Yay. Oh my god. That's brilliant and terrifying, Megami. Silly noises, too. He's so versatile, man. Good lord, Megami. There are others, though. Okay, or not. That was straight kill, though. Is Megumi going off the edge? He manifested those out of receipts, didn't he? It's whatever was purchased with the receipts. He gets to turn them into it. I don't know. Reggie's scary, man. I would wait for Reggie too. Uh-oh. That's an exploding tooth. Wait, there's a guy! What? 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 Not fair. He's like bad comedian dude, right? Is he wearing a super suit? Does he think he's a superhero? Oh my god, he thinks he's a superhero. He got powers. Oh my Oh my god, he thinks he's a superhero. Everybody's so embarrassed they're not even willing to fight anymore. All right, boys, pack it up. Pack it up. Fuck this. I've seen enough. Yeah! Mai! Is he just raining blood on him? What the fuck? He also survived that with 0 damage. Hey, who the fuck are you? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Just gonna tell you a joke. What the fuck? Complete. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Because I am? Mr. Comedian. What the fuck? Oh, that's a move. What the fuck? Oh, to heal himself? Nice. Oh, okay. Goddamn. And I'll let you go. He's serious up. And now we have Western music. This is the strangest character in Jujutsu Kaisen so far. Wait, I'm a. Okay. This was a movie reference. That's fine. What the fuck? Um. Does he have to make a joke out of something and then it becomes powerful? I have no idea. Oh, yep, the fucking fan. It's all gags. Does he have some like bullshit luck thing? Oh god. Is he actually the most powerful character that we've met? Is he just undefeatable because his gags always land? I have no idea how his powers work. What? What out of 10? I bet Reggie has a domain. I bet he. I mean, it's old. Oh, I don't know, dude. I knew it. Okay, he's running. Damn, the way he moves, too. Fuck. Whoa. Oh, receipts. We get to see him now. Yup. Stored away like tokens for things. Uh-huh. Honestly, there's sort of a similarity between them in the ability to bring out different things. Whoa, that's cool looking water. Oh, he surfboarded. There is a similarity between them. This is cool. A brick. A bunch of stuffies. Did he just grab a... Oh, I don't even know what he did. Rock climbing? Was that an emergency blanket? Oh my god, Reggie. He's cool. Okay, he's really cool. An absolute nightmare for sure. But shadows. Oh, bunnies. Whoa. How to keep your eye forward. Jesus. Okay, this is a cool place to fight it out. Yeah, I think so. From shadows. Megami. Huh. Loading fees received? Is he just gonna disappear there? Whoa. So whatever the pay for thing would have been. Services rendered. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a problem. Okay. How you doing on energy? Oh, he's got him nailed down already. He's smart. Huh. Later! What? Oh. Oh my god, drones! Fucking guy! My fucking guy! He's such a JoJo's character. An absolute JoJo's character, right? Like, insane. Reggie, you're insane. Open space, lots of shadow. Sorry about the cursor. Hmm. Got. Got. Jesus. Whoa, this space. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, it launches him because they're yoga balls or balls of different kinds. Uh-oh. We've turned toward bad stuff now. Can he drop into shadow and get out of here? Like, shit. Hmm. Trucks that drive themselves. Not a shot. He's already done something, hasn't he? He the walls, the space of it. Oh, fuck. He has a trump card. Got the musical build. He's the head of a family, dude. That can't be end of episode, is it? That was so cool. Ah. Oh, there's a. Oh no, that's probably just the preview at the end. Damn. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to just like give in to my temptation to watch the next episode. I can't, but I wish I could. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna keep focused on it. As I said, when we hit the ED, I am sorely tempted to watch the next episode, but I'm not in a position just logistically to make that happen today, so we'll have to wait until the next time. But holy shit, what a cliffhanger. And what a set of interesting fights. There's a big portion of this episode where I was in question mark, question mark, question mark confusion space and very much enjoying being there. Like, not a qualm, not a problem with it, but a lot of moments of surprise and unexpected things. Like, I thought I had a grasp on how this was going to play out, at least a little bit, but no, there are all these other characters introduced to come into things. There's Explodey guy and the other guy, and all these different things, and it all turns in directions that I absolutely didn't expect in ways that becomes really dynamic and interesting. Reggie's ability is everything that I hope for, and pretty much far more. It's like really cool, super interesting, and it's one of those abilities that, and I said it's kind of like a JoJo's ability. Not in that it's necessarily exactly like a stand or anything, but in that it's the creativity. You take this broad concept of like store things away as pieces of paper, rebuild them, generate them again with some degree of control over them. And it's like, okay, so what can you do with that? Well, obviously you could manifest a gun and shoot somebody with it, but what about all the other things you might want to do? Like umbrellas to float down from somewhere, or just a big ball of stuff to throw at somebody and catapult them away from you just with stuff. Or throwing a bunch on the floor and they're all balls. So when they appear, they expand upward and push the person up off the floor and send them hurtling. It's like a level of creativity in the bounds of that particular power idea that I think is just admirable, like really interesting and fucking cool, and exactly the kind of stuff that I don't know, like when I engage with cool power systems, they inspire additional ideas, and you get the sense that anything could be a power, could be incorporated into a power. When I look at like Nen in Hunter x Hunter, it feels like almost anything could work there. And the same goes for the stuff in Jujutsu Kaisen. It's just so versatile and so distinct. Like different characters' power systems are so distinct. It's grown on me so much. It's grown on me so much over the course of the show. So all that stuff is cool. The introduction of our comedian guy is the biggest question mark. I really have no idea what to think about him. And I don't even think that he understands his own power necessarily. But the fact that he is unknowingly, because he doesn't seem to understand what the fuck sorcery is or any of that, unknowingly setting himself up as like a superhero after his own heart in order to go around here and fight. And he actually seems to be genuinely, seriously powerful. I don't know if he's like on Higuruma tier, but what the hell? What an interesting thing. Okay, let's go ahead and jump on through the episode. This intro is so interesting. The like cut into it is so strange. There are a bunch of scenes in this episode where the music doesn't feel like it matches the scene, and that creates an interesting juxtaposition for me. It like feels intentional and not like a bad thing, but like, oh, there's something weird going on here. I'm noticing a disconnect or an oddness. And then there are scenes like the one when they first start fighting inside the gymnasium, and we get these angles on Megumi that are really fascinating. I'm confident that we've seen this animator before on JJK, but it's such a unique voice for those particular shots, like the shot where Megami is jumping and diving under the trucks, and a couple of the things like around that. We go almost like shadowless, and the characters move differently, and the dynamics and almost the character design language of the characters shifts in those scenes, and I'm really intrigued by that. And then there are some scattered cool things like Reggie parkour through the scaffold, and then we mirror that with the big 3D CG of the scaffold falling, and then the more intricate tight in shots of him running and parkouring and overcoming things and manifesting stuff as he goes. And there's a lot here. This was cool. Oh, and then there's like an at least semi-rotoscoped scene where Megami, the guy he ends up killing, he's like sword fighting him, and there's some like really on beat roto, I think, cuts. And then there's this sort of thematic build in the center when Megami actually swings the sword down and kills that guy. It's kind of jarring. It's kind of a little bit shocking. In a weird way, almost like we knew that this was on the table, but Megami's like ease with which he goes through with it is pretty interesting, and I don't know, an interesting contrast. He strikes me as darker than he was before, more willing to cross boundaries and thresholds than he was before. And as a counterpoint to what we just got from Yuji and Higuruma, it's like it's different. It's a complete willingness to engage in taboo behavior in order to accomplish greater goal. And it's a little scary. It's like genuinely a little bit scary from Megami. Okay, interesting. Let's, as I said, go through the episode. Any second now, the bomb will drop. She's not fucking strong. Just bait. So you're just gonna kill her? No, of course not. Absolutely not. And she says he is my true knight. This little thread of Remy being sort of obsessively connected to her protector in Reggie, and then only being interested in changing her mind if she can jump ship to another protector, reminds me of the way that some women deal with boyfriends, you know? It's like, actually, I guess I shouldn't say women. I should say people, because it's across people, but I've only experienced it in women personally. The kinds of people who do not ever exist without a partner, and like they won't jump ship from their current partner until they've got another one lined up, and then they'll just count on that other one, not recognizing that if they jump ship to them, they'll jump ship to somebody else, and it's just sort of like continuous. It's like oh, you're the best, you're the only person who I can trust and believe in, please protect me, and then something falls apart, and then they jump ship to somebody else and convince them to be their new protector. Yeah, it's kind of gross. And then the way that Megami phrases it is like, oh, you're one of those trash people who only cares about what people say as opposed to what they do. It's pretty potent. Pretty potent. And lines her up as somebody easily manipulable by somebody like Reggie. So long as I serve him, he'll protect me. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Of course we have enough points. We have this cool set of shots all over the place. Just neat objects. Negotiations have broken down, and then we whip into it because these guys we didn't know that these guys existed. He's got claws, and even though we see them, we just get flashes, so it's unclear like where they are or what's happening. And then the bomb goes off outside the window. These cuts are really uniquely glued together. I guess in part that's because there are so many things going on in the next like 5 seconds that we just cover one after another. I don't know. Don't let me see your face again. And then knives in his doggo. Poor doggo, man. Poor doggo. Can't kill us, can you? Not without the points. This looked really cool. And was a total question mark. What the fuck is happening? And then this crazy slow-mo through it and the door pushing, and that's cool. What a character. Pieces of yourself are explosive. Ugh. And then we find out what she can do. Not much. The answer is not much. Oh man, so the first the first two things that Reggie does, he attacks with knives, and we can't tell where they came from, but there's no indication how. And then we watch the receipts dissolve into liquid, probably alcohol or like ethanol or kerosene or something flammable. It's gasoline, isn't it? I'm dumb. Of course it's gasoline. And then the teeth come in and explode. Boom. Wow. Okay. And then here's this conversation. They are not going to protect you. And he still gives her the opportunity to run. Just leave. And then she stabs him in the back. And we get this series of faces from Megumi that I think is just incredible. It's like, really? Really? Stop it. And that turns us over to, I don't know, I wish there was a word for this. For when a character's expression of emotion is too much and it becomes uncomfortable and kind of ugly. It's not just ugly cry, right? This is a character that's trying to present herself as, like, lovable and likable and stuff, but it dissolves, and it's not just ugly cry, it's, like, emphatic and desperate, and it's a different level of ugliness. She demands this, like, you have to say that you're gonna protect me! And then, even more than that you like me. And we just get this, I mean, I think I made the exact same expression that Megumi does. This is like, cringe, dude. You're one of those, huh? Trash who cares more about words than actions. And then the new rule, and he hears it, and he knows that Yuji has succeeded. Okay, and then we dive into this sequence. That little, like, walk back, push the door open. It's rotoed, right? And then I don't know. And then I don't know. And then this is super interesting. We've got this blur on everything, which we talked about during a fight in, like, episode 1 or 2. The Okotsu fight. This blur on portions. But it's like, it's different. It's different. There's something different here. Something about the way the characters are moving in depth of field, and the camera's having trouble focusing on them. It's all shot like it's film. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird and incredibly distinct, and then it jumps into really cool power use from Megumi, which I think is my through line through the episode, is like Megumi's power use and Reggie's power use throughout this episode are awesome. They're creative, they're interesting, they're unexpected, they're stuff that I would have never come up with in a million years, and the fact that they're battling each other with these creative ideas just makes it cool. This fling and then using the two tongues to stretch the two of them out and put more pressure into the headlock is crazy cool. And then silly things like the little frog noises and silly stuff. Bash! And takes him down and full bash, bash, bash. No mercy, no remorse. Cleaves his skull in two. It feels like a little jump into cruelty or capacity to cause damage for Megumi. I don't know. We don't really focus in on this very hard. But it's the fact that we don't even focus on it. We just show these, like, after effects and sideways things. We get this, like, this ringing in the ears. And Megumi's own question, what am I doing? What is going on? And then these justifications start spiraling. Well, at least if I'm the one who's doing the killing, it won't be Tsumiki. It's like... It's interesting. Just brush away any sparks that fly my way. Killed before he could even use his technique. Yeah, I suppose. So then there's this, like, underlying problem. Megumi knows he probably needs to use his domain, but is scared to, can't trap his foe inside. So it would be a waste, and he'd probably burn through all his cursed energy, right? Wow. So we get a tooth spit, a freak out moment. Megumi's not ready for this, and he arrives. The hero we've been waiting for. The hero we've been needing. He's here with 0 damage. And he's a true hero. Behold! Amazing. He's a terrible comedian, but the comedy writing around him is excellent. How do you even explain why this scene is so funny? Character does something so over the top, so silly, that all these people who are very serious, very sincere about this battle, very much down to literally kill each other in this moment, have to stop and like awkwardly look away so that they don't have to make eye contact with him and engage with whatever the fuck just happened. Insane. What an absolutely insane sequence. And then the little spurt of blood moving back and forth. Where did this come from? Where did this come from? I love it. I think that the humor here is amazing. Hey, which one are you? Ah, you're asking if I'm funny or not funny. No, he's asking if you're old or new, but he has no idea what they're talking about. He doesn't seem to even understand what sorcery is. He just exists and has powers and has made a super suit modeled after his favorite superhero, comedian, who made him laugh his guts off. And so he tells us a gag, and there's this build up to it as though like, oh, maybe the gag that he's going to tell us is going to be his power, and instead it's just terrible. This is great. What the absolute fuck? I don't even know his name. And then underlying all of that silliness is some real power. What a weird change in tone for our show. His cursed energy skyrockets. I really want to know how his power works, man. There's something about him that almost reminds me of Two-Face, where it's almost as though there's a rule in play that I don't understand. I don't know. Now, what's your move? That's a good move. He's just so close. Okay, I'm going to skip forward just a little bit as he walks away into the sunset. This is a reference to something that I don't know. It actually really reminds me of the line that was made fun of throughout Dan to Dan. It's like, I'm actually a really nice guy, or something like that. It really reminds me of that. As long as you win, I don't care. Sparking! And so they're gonna fight, and he doesn't seem to be able to be hit. It's like, there's something wrong about the way that he fights. It's as though the gags go through. Again, to bring up Dan to Dan, it reminds me of Granny and the weird luck thing. What the hell is the rule? I don't know. Okay, we'll find out later. Maybe. I hope. Actually, wait. Is the rule the classic rule? The rule that if it's funny, it's funny? One sec. I'm going to go back to the first conversation that we had with him. It's somewhere. Funny or not, some folks still hit it big. The ones who are funny and the ones who think they're funny. Which one are you? The rule of funny, yeah. I think it's the rule of funny. The classic rule, which is that any violation of continuity, logic, physics, or common sense is permissible if the result is funny enough. I think that's his rule. I think that's it. That's insane. That's insane. That means that he might actually be the most powerful character in the show. But only if he can make it funny. That's so stupid. Because, like, it's pretty funny if he's about to punch him, and he gets hit instead. And it's pretty funny if he throws explosions at him, and instead he gets hit by a big fan. And it's pretty funny if he's about to get really angry, and then he's behind him to do the... They're pretty funny! No idea how he teleported there. Well, he teleported there because it would be funny if he was over there, right? I think that must be it. I think that must be. It even fits in a weird meta way in that it's funny if he's powerful. That's my guess. At this point, that is my guess. I hope that it's cool. No holding back. Okay, so we get kicking. He does this amazing run. The way Reggie moves is really interesting. And then we're blasting bits of the metal off so that we get this big CG stuff at the same time. And then we've glued them together so he's running through it. That's really cool. And leaping. And then manifesting things as we go. A cane for that. That's what that was for that moment. Those little shots of huge amounts of varied debris are a lot to draw, aren't they? An elephant. Ah, it's so cool. Each of them manifesting their own abilities. The living things that Megami does and the inanimate objects that Reggie does. Really cool. And again, the way he runs is just neat. This water is awesome looking. I'm going to look forward to seeing who did it. And again, everything that you do, he's got to play for. He's got something for. It's almost like chasing Bugs Bunny, right? He's always got something. And then the brick, and then the stuffed animals. It's so creative. It's just so over-the-top creative. Bye, piano. But Megami has his own options. He's got bunnies. He's got Nue. He's got all these options. So we land here in this church, and I thought this is where we were going to do our primary battle. Contractual recreation, a healing spa day. Whoa. Whoa. I wonder how far this could go. Like, what sorts of big trump cards could you have? I don't know. I am clearly not as creative as Reggie Star. It's futile, you can't kill me, so I'll run. And he's like, nah, you're not running. I'm coming after you. Game changed. Drones out, moped, phone, to view, just everything. It's so goddamn OP, especially when he can use modern technology and stuff. So Megami walks into the space, and the tone is shifted. And at a certain point, we're going to get strings coming in. Aren't you the one who wham? And something has been set up. This is incredible. Like, this is the part where we're kind of very dynamically different. And then here we go shadowless completely. Right? We've got these really strange camera movements that clue us into the different pieces of the plan as Megami gets hit by them. Look how everything is like put together here. The elements of darkness and the jagged lines and the glowing eye and the angle upward. Clang. And then boom by the balls. And all this luggage. Smash. Bam. And we talk one more time. Simple commands. I'll give you a quick death. And he starts sort of mumbling as though he's thinking to himself. Can never quite overlay these spaces. That's why I needed a physical barrier. I'll use this gymnasium to deploy my domain. He's got the walls he needs. He's got the space he needs. And Reggie realizes he is in trouble. Chimera Shadow Garden. It's complete. Or close enough to work inside a gymnasium. A sorcerer of that caliber? Yeah. You'd better be afraid, Reggie Star. You'd better be goddamned afraid. Okay. That was cool. I really wish that I could watch the next one, but I gotta go. Let's Sakuga brew it up. Okay, so staff list. Goso storyboard. ED is Ichikawa. CADs are Yajima, Shimizu, and Yamazaki. Cool. And here are our cuts. So, it's Julian Bentley for that cut that I was confused about. I'm seeing a lot of names that I don't recognize. That's cool. Toshiharu Sugie. There's the run and the fling and the blah, 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 smash of the face and the handstand. Cool. Slow-mo. And then all these things. So many stuff. And then they pop, 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 pop. So many stuff. That was a cool scene. Shoya Sakaguchi and Songlin Yao. This is running down the hallway. And then he's floating up, and then the piano falls. It's cool. And then bunnies like crazy, right? Boing! Wow. That's a lot of bunnies to draw, man. Last time we saw those bunnies, they were Genta Ishimori. Chuan Mu. A bunch of different things there. This is the whole goofy sequence where everybody's I really like the character acting in this. I wish I knew who did it. It's very funny. Semi-automatic and Tento Tanaka. 13 seconds of semi. Get the face thing. We get the running through the thing. It's all semi. Whoa. I didn't realize that this smoke stuff was as cool as it is. Wow, that's a really cool scene. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, and then it switches to Tanaka for this portion. And the receipts. Okay, cool. This is Sato himself. Okay, for all of this stuff. A bunch of different little things in here. This is Jig Castillejos. Oh, this is that run forward from this guy, and then the shing, and then their little battle moment. Okay. Again, a bunch of different little things all smushed together. Blue. Boop. And this is the whole grab, bash, bash, bash. I did like this bash, bash, bash. It reminds me of some of the My Fight. And then the slam and the moment around this really did feel very impactful. It felt powerful. Isuta Meister. Which part of this post would be Isuta's? Likely everything until the elephant. Okay. Gosh, look at that. Those whipping wires. Just in the first frame. And then they fall. That's crazy. And the way we change angle, we're going right to left, and then we sort of float around him, and it's unclear how the camera's moving. That's neat. Then we've got elephant! Elephant! Everything up until the elephant. So, but who did the water stuff? Who did the cool-ass water stuff? Look at this. It's freaking awesome. I wish I knew who did the water stuff, and also this. Aw, too bad. Okay, we've got Unknown and Shinya Kaneko. This is breathing heavy, building up to it. Wow, what a cool slow-mo. Yeah, the fear. Let the fear flow through you, Reggie. Okay, here's our standoff. It's not listed as rotoed, but the first 17 seconds are listed as O'Brien Benny, who we've seen before do some really interesting hand-to-hand stuff that has not always been rotoed. It's so crisp. It's so crisp that it feels like more than reality, you know? But okay, if it's not rotoed, it's just awesome. Oh, this is Masahiro Tokumaru. This is the running thing. No one does it like him. Wonder if he used Blender. Yes, he does. At the end, I wonder if he was rotoed. Looks like he probably had rough 3D models as a basis. Reggie's running animation reminds me of how Miyazaki does his running animation. I really thought Reggie's running animation was awesome. Like, and then the little, like, the hang and flip, and then the sort of, like, he lands, and then not on that step, but on the next step, the weight of his upper body impacts, and he ends up with his head down for a couple more steps before he comes back up and is running. It's like, it's kind of amazing. Yeah? Here, and then, bam, he's down, and then he pull, and he's pulling it up to a full run. That's, like, amazing. And then we get all the falling, and then Reggie swimming through it. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's cool. Okay, and finally, yeah, Truck-kun. The camera work is always so mesmerizing. Yeah, man. So this is Julian Bentley. The camera underneath Reggie is cool, even with the slow talking sequence, and then this rush underneath, bounce to it, and then these faces. Wow, Julian, really cool. He's too good, man, too good. This cut, man, the shapes are amazing. Oh, hey, that's the cut that I had pointed out just a moment ago. Yeah, right? Wow. Okay. Well, I got pretty much everything that I wanted. I wanted cool, interesting stuff from Reggie Star. I wanted the interactions to be chaotic and unpredictable. I wanted Megami to get the chance to shine, and he's going to get even more chance to shine, really revealing his domain seriously now. I'm pleased. I'm really pleased with the way that this episode played. Uh Hell yeah, big thumbs up from me. I'm excited to see where it goes from here and how we bring that domain to fruition. I'll see you next time on Jujutsu Kaisen for it. Thanks so much for watching this episode with me. I'll catch you next week for the next one. It'll be early on the Patreon. Much love. Peace.